Now, bro fam, thank you for tuning back into the channel. Please hit that like button, that subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Each and every subscription helps. Hit that button. Team Not Broke fam, it's Thursday. Let's get it going. Thank you for coming back to the channel. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you don't, thank you for stopping by. But I thank you all for tuning in. Tonight's topic is holidays are coming up. We got 5 days left in September. I want to get everybody in shape. This is not the song I want to play with. That's something different. I want everybody to get their mind in the game. Don't be out here spending all this money, because you will get hijacked emotionally. You can get hijacked emotionally by all of this stuff. Let's not get in that space. All right. Today, it is still the month of September. However, we got holidays the next 3 days. Taking us on out. This is when the money season coming up, baby. This is when they trying to turn you up down and turn you upside down and shake all your money out you. That's what they're trying to do. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all those days. Travel, flights, hotel, gifts, costumes, parties, money. These next 90 days is a lot of pressure on you, unless you put your foot down and say, I'm not doing that. This is what I'm going to do. This is how much I'm going to spend, and that is it. That's all I'm going to do. So let's get on into it, okay? Now, I know a lot of people get their emotions, their heartstrings tugged on when it's holiday time. You got kids, Halloween's coming up. You want them to have a nice costume. You know, you might have older kids. They want to go to Halloween Horror Nights, the haunted hayride, the haunted house, something to do with Halloween. You know, those things cost money now. You're not getting in nobody's nothing for $35, $25. Not no more. Oh no, you probably getting in $65, $70 nowadays. Halloween Horror Nights is what, $1.10 or something like that, plus parking. At least out here, you gotta pay for parking. Well, that's any theme park. You're not getting. There's nowhere even to get close unless you pay for parking, or you're gonna have to get an Uber. You're just not gonna, unless somebody gonna drop you off and come pick you up. Good luck with that. But yes, you're gonna have to pay for some type of parking, some form of parking, dealing with the theme parks or whatnot. Or you're gonna have to spend some money on Halloween. But you can keep it to a minimum now. You don't have to spend all that money. You don't have to go out there buying all them costumes and stuff. You can wear what you wore last year. We can make something around the house. You don't need all that. You don't need all that. And then you got Thanksgiving. We'll talk about that later. So, well, you do got Thanksgiving. A lot of money spent there. Traveling, food, all that. Then you got, you got Christmas. Then some people got holidays. Some people got birthdays. Some people got they got to celebrate birthdays in the midst of that. Some people got weddings they're gonna go to. Some people got graduation. If you got a college student, they graduate in December. All kind of stuff. So it's a lot of things coming up, and it's the back half of the year. So did you meet your financial goals? Did you write any down? Set any? Now I talk about this every January, every top of the year. The top of the year, I always ask, hey, put down some financial goals. Whatever your goals are. Your goals in general, they don't have to be financial. But put down your goals and figure out how you're going to reach them. Because I know all your goals, they're going to cost you some time and some money. But they're going to cost you. You're not about to just sit on the couch and accomplish no goal unless your goal is to sit on the couch. But that's not much of an aspiration or accomplishment now, is it? No. So, whatever you want to do is going to cost you a little money. But that's here nor there. Back to the holidays. The holidays. Let's see. Let's get some little history on holidays. History. Oh, my microphone's low. Hold on. Oh, I know why. Microphone is low. That's right. Okay, there you go. Should be better. It was turned down from last night. There we go. Microphone. There we go. Microphone should be better. Thank you. That's why I always keep my phone next to me. So all right. So yeah, let's get the history. Let's do some history on these holidays and how they got to be so commercial Halloween. Halloween. Became. Now Halloween, I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my favorite holidays. I enjoy it. I like getting dressed up, getting a good costume, going out there. They got a big old Halloween party out here. They got a big old Halloween party out here in West Hollywood. I used to go to that every year, or I go to a Halloween party. A couple years ago, I went to Halloween Horror Nights. Ooh, cost a grip, but that still went and I enjoyed. So, but I don't spend all that money now. You know, some people really go all out in Halloween. You know, they go decorate the house and do all this extra stuff and all that stuff. So, you know, they do a whole lot of extra. They do a whole lot of extra. Nothing wrong with that. But as long as it's in your budget, as long as you can afford to do so, you're not trying to break the bank and buy all this garbage and you're not going to even use it no more. You know, it's just throwaway money. It's just like, look, I enjoy the big houses decorated with the big ghost and all that. I love it. It's amazing. As long as you can pay for it. As long as you're paying cash, you're not putting that on your credit card. You can't pay it off later. Okay, let's get into the origin of Halloween. Halloween used to be 2,000 years ago the Celtic festival of Samhain. Halloween traces back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, pronounced Samhain. Pronounced the Celtic festival of Samhain, celebrated in Ireland, Scotland, and parts of Northern Europe. It's marked the end of harvest season and the start of winter, considered the time when boundary between living and the dead was thin. People lit bonfires, wore costumes, and made offerings to ward off spirits. Well, last time I checked, them spirits, they don't take no time off. They working all year round. What you mean? Oh, baby, it's Halloween time. We gonna clock in for a couple of days and go back. I don't think so. Christian influence All Saints in the 7th in the 7th century. Catholic Church established All Saints Day, November 1st, to honor saints and mayors. The night before became All Hallows Eve, which evolved into Halloween. Pagan traditions, which with Christian practices consumed bonfires, consumed dead, blah 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 blah. So here we go. I want to know when the commercial. That's the history of Halloween. Halloween started about 2,000 years ago. It was the end of a harvest, marking the end of harvest, start of winter. That's where all that starts. Does Halloween? No, fall runs into fall. It's fall now. I think fall. It's officially fall. Is it officially fall? Let me see. Let's look on sidetrack. First day of fall. First day of fall 2025. When is that? 3 days ago. So it is officially fall. Get your coats, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of which, shameless plug. Head over to cheapnotbroke.com. Grab yourself a hoodie. We also have crew necks and we also have beanies. So I think, damn it, it's going to be available soon. If it's not there right now, don't worry about that. They'll be available very, very soon. So head on over to Cheap Not Broke and grab yourself something. All right, back to what I was saying. So yes, it is officially fall. Fall has started. And when the first day of winter? Winter must be November. Winter has started November. First day of winter, December 21st through March 20th. Yeah, December 21st through March 20th. Well, the fall gets cold because it be cold in November. So, but anyway, let's get back to this. How did Halloween become commercial? All right, post-World War II, 1950s and 1960s, after the sugar rationing ended, candy companies heavily marketed Halloween as a candy-giving holiday. Trick-or-treating became mainstreaming, cementing candy sales as a key portion of tradition. You know, a lot of people don't realize a lot of companies and all these other people have a lot to do with all these holidays because it's an opportunity for them to make money. Like as a candy company, yeah, you make big bucks in Halloween. You're selling a lot of stuff. Halloween company, Spirit Halloween, the traveling Halloween company. I'll do a show on them. They're very smart. So you save a lot of money. They come set up shop. They find warehouses that aren't being used. They set up shop. What? They're there now. They set up shop till the 1st. They set up shop till November 1st, and then they're out of there. But if you go get something the week of Halloween, you're out of gas. They're not gonna have anything. They're not gonna have anything for you. Okay, costume industry growth. When did costumes start? In 1930s through 1950s, companies like Ben Cooper Inc. began mass producing affordable Halloween costumes, often based off pop culture characters. Halloween not just became a homemade costume, but also consumer-driven holiday. So a lot of in the 50s and 60s, people started celebrating. Costumes became a thing, and then sometimes this stuff sticks. They start making movies around it, and that's when it gets cemented in the culture. They make movies, cartoons. Once they run ads and commercials, and then it's just ingrained in your brain. Because remember, at one point in time, the engagement ring was not a thing. It was not a thing. The beers, they got that going, but that's a whole nother story. Halloween became not just about homemade costumes, but also I just read that. Pop culture and media influence late 20th century. Horror movies, TV specials, It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown 1966, and the themed events helped push Halloween further into mainstream culture. Retailers started creating entire Halloween sections for decorations, costumes, and party supplies. And they've been making money off of that since. Wow. And now it's just... Now they run Halloween kicks off. You're gonna see all the commercials, candy commercials, all that garbage. All that stuff goes on, and people are gonna spend their money on, especially the kids. You got the kids like to go trick or treating. They want to get dressed up, get costumes, get a whole lot of money. But adults, grown people, find it as a time to party and have fun. Now, when is Halloween this year? Is Halloween on a weekday? Halloween's on a Friday this year. Ooh wee. That's going to be intense. Halloween is on a Friday. The turn up will be real. People going to party. Because usually Halloween is on like a weekday. You got to go back to work. But Halloween on a Friday, that means you can party Thursday night and Friday night. Yep, Halloween on a Friday this year, y'all. Keep that in mind. Halloween is on a Friday. You can get out there and shake your ass if you want to. And a lot of times, and people, some people, like some women, use the opportunity to go half naked with their costume. Like, wait a minute, what the rest of your costume, man? There's children here. But hey, do what makes you happy. That's your business. Hello, son. Thank you for the sound, Mom. I appreciate it. Yep. Sometimes some people keep my phone because sometimes stuff be going on. I don't know when things are going on in the show. I don't know. So if there's ever like a sound issues or anything like that, drop a comment. Tell me. Like, hey man, Mal, we can't hear you, or the camera's messed up, or whatever the case. Drop a comment, let me know, because I'm just talking away and I can't really get all that. So, Halloween. Now, today, Halloween is the second biggest commercial holiday in the U.S. and the United States. The U.S. after Christmas, I figured that. Americans spend over, drum roll please, guess how much? I'll give everybody a few seconds. Guess how much Americans spend on Halloween? Drop your number, please. Drop your number in the comment section. How much do you think America spends on Halloween? As a whole, not per person. As a whole, the entire Americas, how much do you think they spend on Halloween? So drop a comment. Let me know. How much does America spend on Halloween, on costumes, decorations, candy, and parties? Total. Is expected beyond kids to adults, costume parties, haunted attractions, and theme parks. Yeah, Halloween is an everyday party. Holiday. Halloween is an everyday holiday. Everybody can celebrate Halloween. Anytime, any place, anywhere, and that's it's just become a real thing. I like I said, I like Halloween. You got to get a good costume. I like getting a good costume though. Some costumes be trash. I like to find a good costume so I can. I won a couple costume parties. I like to win some money. At the job you go to the costume party. $5 billion. Josh Brown. $5 billion. Got our guess. $30 billion. Okay, got $5 billion. Josh Brown. Sean $5 billion. $30 billion. Anybody else? Give you 10 more seconds to give me. How much do you think they spend on Halloween? Like I said, it's a lot of money. Second behind Christmas, so it's up there. It is up there. Yeah. But look, over time, I'm like, you know what? I don't buy a new Halloween every year. I'll take what I have and I repurpose it. I'll be like, you know what? Let me do something different with this. But I'm not. I go buy a Halloween costume every 3-4 years. I'm not doing that every year. Nope, I am not. Okay, $35 billion. All right, that's all we got. Okay, the answer is, Josh Brown, you were the closest. $10 billion. People spend $10 billion. $10 billion. So that means they're making that money in about 30 days. I mean, nobody's buying no Halloween stuff in August. I doubt it. But now, yeah, you're probably getting it now. It's the 5th. It's September 25th. You're probably going to get your stuff now because we got, let's see, 5 weeks. I'm going to assume 5 weeks till Halloween. How many weeks? We got the 25th is today. So we're not going to count this week. This week is over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 weeks till Halloween. 1 week. September finishes out on the 30th. The Wednesday is the first of Halloween. And then you got 1 full week, 2 full weeks, 3 full weeks, and Halloween is on the last day of the month. Ooh, it's going to be a good time to party. It's going to be a good time to party, especially on a Friday. Yep. So people going to celebrate Halloween Friday and Saturday night. That's just how they do it. So, but either $10 billion on Halloween. That's quite a bit of money, but it's a good time. It is a good time, and it's one day. All holidays are one day. It's not like it's a festival, a week-long celebration. None of that. We don't get no American holidays like that because they want your ass back to work. You can come on back. One day off. You get to come on back. Like they don't give you no 3-4 days. Well, Thanksgiving we get 2 days. Well, it depends on your job. Because I've had jobs where we didn't work the last 2 weeks of the month for during Christmas time. But depends on your job and what y'all do for a living. $10 billion on Halloween. What is the average cost of the Halloween costume? I want to say, what is the average? I want to say about $50. Yeah, about average cost of a Halloween costume. I would say about $50. What's the average cost of Halloween costume? Yes, I feel how you spell costume? I forgot how to spell it. I would say about $50 because I usually go to a spirit store, but I be going there late and it don't be nothing to pick from. Typical person spends about $36.84. Bullshit. They're spending more than that. If you want a decent costume, you might just get a piece, but you're not getting the whole fit for that. Total costume sales total around $3.8 billion in recent years, just on the costume. So I guess all the rest of the money's off candy and alcohol. That's where all the other money is because people be out partying. Some surveys report typical costume spending ranges between $26 and $50. Yes, about $50. You're not getting a good costume for under $50. Some costumes cost good money. And every time I go out to Hollywood, Hollywood, they got a big old parade. All these people with all these costumes. There's people with some good money in them costumes. And then if you're not a makeup artist, you got to get the makeup done. You got to pay off for that. I don't do makeup like that. My makeup be looking elementary. I've tried, but it don't look good. It don't look good at all. But it's all good. But Halloween. So that's what we got. Halloween is one of the first Halloween holidays that people spend all their money on. And that's more than I expected. Oh, you said 30 million. Oh, yeah, you had 30 million. 30 million. That's right. Oh, no. Yeah. 10 billion with a B. People spend 10 billion on Halloween. That is quite a bit. Now, let's see. How much do people spend on Thanksgiving? Now, we know the history is Thanksgiving, so I don't need to do that. Evil white man. How much do people spend on, I'm typing the wrong word. How much do people spend on Thanksgiving? Now, Thanksgiving, I think Thanksgiving, I would assume Thanksgiving would cost more than Halloween only because of the travel. You're not traveling for Halloween. You stay put. But when it comes to Thanksgiving, a lot of people travel. A lot of people travel somewhere, somehow. You gas up and go to the family a couple hours away. You fly, train. I don't know about no bus. I don't know nobody. I don't know. Some people are catching the bus, but I don't know too many people catching the bus on Thanksgiving. That's a long ride. All right, according to Linden Tree, the average Thanksgiving host, yes, let's talk about that. Let's get into that for a second. If you host Thanksgiving, if you're the host of Thanksgiving, you're going to spend considerably more than everybody else because you got to have everything. Here's the thing. We've hosted holidays. We've hosted holidays before. Hosting a holiday this year, first time. First off, you got to get the place cleaned up. You got to do that, all right? You got to, well, I hope you got cleaning supplies, but you got to have your place clean because you got company coming. You got to go buy all the food. Now, yeah, are people going to bring dishes? Probably so, but the turkey, ham, whatever y'all eating, you as the host, you're providing that. You're providing the main course. You're the host. That's how it goes. You're the host. You provide that. You provide some other dishes. You provide the drink. Now, you tell somebody else to bring alcohol, but somebody else, you tell them to provide the drink and all these things. But as the average host, the host is expected to spend $431 on drinks and decor for Thanksgiving. I don't know how much decorating we're going to do. We ain't going to do no decorating now. But yes, you're going to spend, I would say average $431. I would say on the low side, $200. You can't host a Thanksgiving for under $200. It's not going to happen. And that breakdown, about $265 for food and drinks and $166 for decor. No, we ain't decor. No, we not. What we dressing up the place for Thanksgiving? No, we're not doing that. Scratch that one. That's why you said $431. Because I'm not paying for the decor. No, the house is going to be as is. The house is clean. It look good in here. What you mean? What, we going to put up turkeys and all that? No, there's nothing to decorate. No. Who decorates for Thanksgiving? That don't make no sense. The American Farm Bureau Classic Thanksgiving Dinner 10 surveys estimates about cost a meal about $58, about $5.80 a person in 2024. I don't know. I don't know about that. Let's see. Let me see. What's the total cost? Total cost of Thanksgiving. Let's get that real quick. Total cost of Thanksgiving in the U.S. Total cost of Thanksgiving. I saw your number, Josh. Hold on. We're going to get that real quick. Thanksgiving alone. On Thanksgiving Day alone, online spending is built. Whoa. What? Spend over. Okay. All right. Here we go. We got $2 billion for Thanksgiving. We not going to do a survey on this one. Americans reportedly spent over $983 million on turkeys in 2024. On Thanksgiving alone, online spending hit $6.1 billion. Damn. 6.1 billion. That's a different number. I didn't expect that number. But let's see. The American Farm Bureau reports that the cost of a classic Thanksgiving dinner for 10 people is around $58 or $5.80 a person. No, hell no. No way. You're not feeding 10 people for $58. On what budget? Where? How? The turkey is half that. You're not feeding. Hold on, let me read that again. The American Farm Bureau reports. Let me click on this. I need to look at this article. This is garbage. I don't believe it. All right, look, I'm gonna share this article with y'all because y'all need to see this. This don't make no sense to me. I don't believe it. I don't believe if anybody's ever hosted anything, if you ever had a get together or anything like that, you understand where I'm coming from. All right, look in there. Let's look at this together. 2024 Thanksgiving dinner average cost for 10. $64.05 in 2022, $61.17, $58.08. Oh, I guess the cost of Thanksgiving is going down. Let's read this together. Cooking Thanksgiving feasts for your friends and family will cost you less than last year, but will still be more expensive than the pandemic. The American Barnfield Federation 39th Annual Thanksgiving Dinner Survey provides a snapshot of average cost feast for 10, which is about $58.08 or $5.80 a person. You can't feed nobody. You can't feed 10 people on $5.80 a person. That's not happening. The 5% increase. What are y'all having? Sandwiches? Okay. The average price of the turkey is $25.67. That's half of the budget right there. That's half of the budget. Okay, you got turkey. $25 is going off of there. Then you got dressing. Then you got mac and cheese. The cheese gonna run the cheese. Cheese about $10. You want to make a pan of cheese? You want to make a pan of macaroni and cheese for people? About $10. Now, depending on what kind of cheese you want to use. You want to use some of that, some of that bottom line stuff. Probably about $7. But you want to use the good stuff. You're talking about $14. That's the cheese. And then you got the dressing. That's not dressing like $2. You got dressing. You got mashed potatoes. Your potatoes will run you about $7. Okay, if you're cooking for 10 people, okay, this is 10 people. Now, hell no. 10 people. Wait a minute. 10 people. So we're gonna need 2 boxes of we're gonna need 2 boxes of dressing. So that's gonna be about $4. And then you're gonna need mac and cheese for 10 people. How much? That's gonna be about $10, $12. You need cheese. Noodles ain't gonna cost you nothing. Mac and cheese gonna cost you. You want to make some mashed potatoes? A pan for 10 people? That's gonna run you about $8. Man, you're crazy. No, hell no. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Drop a comment. Tell me if I'm wrong though. Y'all tell me. The centerpiece of most Thanksgiving tables is turkey, $27.67. That's half the budget right there. No, you can't do it. You just can't do that. 10 people, man, nah. 10 people. You ask me how much is it gonna cost to feed 10 people on a Thanksgiving budget? It's gonna cost you about. I'm gonna give you a good cool 10 people. I'm gonna give you $100. I'm gonna give you 106. 10 people, 106. I'm gonna give you 106. That's gonna be my number. 106. 106 divided by 10 is what? That's $10.60 a person. Now I think you can do it for $10 a person. I do, but not 5. Not 5. No way. No way. I don't know what y'all gonna eat. I don't know what kind of stuff y'all having for Thanksgiving, but that's not gonna happen. But here's the overall thing. Here's what we're getting back cheap, not broke. If you don't want to host, don't host. Don't host. Don't be bullied by people to make you spend money. Well, hey, maybe we can have it at such and such house. My name is such and such. You're not gonna don't be volunteered for nothing. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Telling people no. Don't host at your place and you gotta spend all that extra money and you know you ain't got it or you got some things coming up or y'all got some whatever the case, whatever your financial situation is, don't be put behind the line for other people. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just say no or be like, nah, we can do it at such place. I can't do it. I got some things going on. I can't do it. Just say no. Because you might, you feel bullied into it. Then you're going to end up spending a whole lot of money that you don't want to spend. Because like I said, hosts going to spend the most money. If you're hosting, you're going to spend some most money. You're not just, open the doors. Okay, I'm just going to host, meaning I'm just going to open my doors. Y'all just show up with everything. It don't work like that. If you're the host, you provide a lot of things. You provide the juice. You provide the turkey. The host is having the turkey. Unless you want somebody else to bring it because they can do a better job than you. But whatever the case may be, the host, you provide most things. You got to get silverware. You got to get plates. This is for 10 people. You got to buy all these things. So don't get bullied. Don't get bullied into that. If you don't want to host, you don't want to spend all that money on no damn Thanksgiving, don't. Tell them no. Like, no, I'm not doing it. No. If you don't want to travel for Thanksgiving, stay put. Stay put. You don't get bullied. Well, y'all need to come over here for Thanksgiving. Look, we don't have the money for the flights. Or you just, even if you got the money, I just don't want to. No, don't spend no extra money because, it's family, this and that. Look, you got life lasts past Thanksgiving because you got Christmas coming up, then you got the New Year coming up, then so forth and on. We do it all over again. So all these things are coming up. Like, no, don't just rush into that. No, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you don't want to do it, don't. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't spend all that extra money on nothing. All right? Because I know some people feel, such and such said I should do it, so I did it. Hey, look, is such and such your financial advisor? No, they're not. You are. So it's your responsibility to know if you have the means. Now, if you have the means to do it and you can do it comfortably, and if you want to do it, go for it. Enjoy it. But don't be complaining when you got to spend more than you thought. You the host. You got to spend that money. You got to make sure everybody have a good time. Enjoy themselves. You don't want them leaving talking shit about you. You want them leaving, man, he ain't had no plates. He ain't had no, we had to go to the bathroom. He ain't had no hand soap. What kind of host ain't got no hand soap? You got to have hand soap as a host. So you need to have all these things. But like I said, Christmas, whatever the case, if you don't feel like it, just say no. Say no. And if you don't want to go, don't go. Or if you're just going to show up, you go to somebody else's place, bring a dish now. Don't be that damn cheap. Don't be that person showing up with no dish. Nothing. Don't just show up empty-handed. Hey, I'm here. You got to bring something. Bring something. Bring something. I don't know what you're going to bring. But bring something. Chips. Potato chips. There's a lot of things you can bring. You can bring a lot of different things. Just bring something. Don't show up in no polite place empty-handed. I agree. I visit my family on non-holidays. Yep, you visit because it's you can visit them on non-holidays. Y'all can have a cookout during the summer. Y'all don't have to do it on a holiday because it costs more money to be around the holidays. Now I get it. Everybody has time off, so that's when it makes sense. But if you don't have the financial means to do it, don't put yourself in that spot. And it's easy to do it because it's family. You'll give in. They're your family. Well, your family, I want to make sure everybody has a good time, this and that. No. And that, look here, you don't have to be nasty about it. And people are going to understand. Nobody's going to get mad at you or say anything to you because you didn't host Thanksgiving or whatever the case. Nobody's going to get mad. Nobody's going to say anything to you. It's going to be like, all right, cool. We're going to go another way. You still coming? And you still go. And, if your family's across the country and you can't make it to Thanksgiving this year, hell, you might have to work. Some people have to work on Thanksgiving. It happens. Some people have to work. Whatever your situation is, figure it out. Don't be bullied. Don't do nothing you don't want to do. Don't do nothing you want to do. All right. Okay. Now, we got our last holiday. Visiting. Oh, yeah, it's all good, brother. It's all good visiting. We got you. We know. Last holiday is good old Christmas. And Christmas, they trying to get all your damn money. And this is the worst holiday. The worst holiday. Why is the worst holiday? Because it's the one you got to spend the most money on. This is where the most money come on. This is where you spend most of the chips, most of the money. And let's see. How did Christmas become a commercial holiday? I already know, but I just want to get some concrete information so I can back up these facts. Because Christmas will drain the hell out of you, man. Commercial holiday. Because I know Christmas started off as a lot of other things. I know it's a pagan holiday. But, all right, Christmas, the one that they spend the most on. Here we go. All right, Christmas originated. Let's see. It's not really Jesus' birthday. Do your research. Jesus' birthday is on another day. It's not that. Christmas began a religious holiday marking the birth of Jesus Christ, but that's not actually true. It's another day. I think it's not on the 25th. By the 4th century, December 25th was officially recognized as the Roman Catholic Church as the date of the Christian's birth, blending existing winter festivals like Saturnella. I don't know what that is. Folk traditions over the centuries, Christian beliefs mixed pagan winter customs, gift-giving, feasts, greenery, ukuleles, Yule logs. I don't know Yule log either. By the Middle Ages, Christmas was both sacred and social festival with parades, church services, and community gatherings. Now, that was at the beginning. Like I said, everything starts off as a festival. Just like they got, how many holidays we got? We got National Pancake Day. We got Donut Day. But listen, every holiday, remember this. Always consider this. Every holiday is an opportunity to sell you something. Holidays are just commercial days to sell you something, a theme thing. Oh man, let's not even get into Valentine's Day. Ugh. But it's every holiday, think about it. Every holiday is designed to get your money. Not to enjoy family, not to really be around people that you love. There's got to be some money involved. And these companies, these commercial companies got it all sewn up. That's why you're doing it. Department stores marketing in late 1800s and 1900s, store began using Christmas as major sales event. Macy's held its first Christmas window displays in the 1800s. Sheesh, that's over 100 years old. Santa appeared in the department stores, turning Christmas shopping into a family outing. And this is all branding. This is all commercial branding. They take all this commercial branding and add layers on top of it. And this is how they get people to spend the money. Power of advertising. And in Coca-Cola's 1930s ad campaign cemented the modern red-suited Santa image around the world. Coca-Cola. 1930s. Coca-Cola's 1930s ad campaigns cemented. Come on, man. Companies pushed Christmas time as not just for toys, but jewelry, appliances, clothing, broadening what they had. Holiday shop. They'll sell you anything. Cars. Who the hell is going to buy a car around Christmas? Who want you? Man, we could have bought this car a couple months ago. You think we're gonna get a deal around Christmas? No, because they know people are willing to pay more around Christmas. You're not getting no deal. It's not a deal. In the 1950s, economic boom meant more disposable income, suburban households, and children to buy more. Disposable income, that don't mean you're supposed to give it away. But that's what they do. They brand all this disposable income. So you spend it, not save it, not invest it, not become a wealthy person. No. Blow it all on how you feel. That's what they do. That's what they make you think and feel. Christmas spending expanded beyond gifts to include decor, greeting cards, lights, and electronics. And think about all the money, not just the gift giving, the decoration for Christmas, the tree decorations, the lights, wrapping paper, boxes. Come on. You're looking at about $150, $200 just for the tree, lights, and ornaments. You look at that's the cheapest you're gonna get it, unless you get an already made tree, which is I don't know if they have those or not. But look, they're already shaking you out of $200. Now remember, we just got out of Thanksgiving. We just spent $100 because we hosted $431. No, $200. We're gonna go $200. We spent $200 Thanksgiving, and then we just bought the costume for Halloween, $50. So I'm at $250, and this is just on the low end. Okay, just I spent $50 on my costume for Halloween. I spent $200 for Thanksgiving, and now I just spent $200 on a tree, lights, and ornaments. No gifts. So what are we at right now? Now we're at $450. We're at $450. Let's just keep it running total, shall we? Today, Christmas is the largest retail season in the U.S. Many countries accounting for roughly 20-30% of annual retail sales. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you already know about it. Shaking the money out you. Christmas started as a religious feast, absorbed pagan traditions, and over the centuries became tied to generosity, gift giving. A recent industrial revolution, the rise of Santa Claus, blah, blah, blah. How much do we spend? How much do Americans spend on Christmas and gifts? Give me a breakdown. Now let me think. Now the gifts, if you got children, that's where your gifts go really up. Oh, right. Here we go. Let's do some numbers. How much do Americans spend? In 2024, Americans plan to spend about $824 on gifts during the holiday season. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense. Another survey put average planned gift and seasonal items spent around $902 2024. $641 on gifts for the family, friends, and co-workers. Not the co-workers. $261 spent on food and decorations. You got to spend money on food. Yeah, Christmas is going to run you. Christmas is about $1,000 holiday. Food and decorations. Decorations and the tree, because nobody keeps their tree from, unless you got a fake tree, but most people get a real tree. You got to go get the tree, decorations, and lights. That'll run you about $200. But on the high end, $200, but you're not getting out of there for $75. And you want some good lights, because some of them lights, you bust one light, none of them work anymore. So you got your Christmas tree and all that. Now, even if you go to somebody's house, you're still going to cook food at home. So you got to spend money on food. That's another $200. Another $200 on food, right? Tree and food. $400. Plus all the other stuff. So what we have? $450, $200, $600. Yep. And then the gifts, let's just say everybody's going to spend $500. Just a cool $500. $500 on gifts, right? Now, if you got kids, you're going to spend way more than money than that. But, I would say you're going to spend a good $500 on gifts. This is about average of 9, $641. Let's see. Distribution of gifts. Distribution of how many gifts people give. Number of gifts given, 1 to 3. Amount of Americans, 6%. 4 to 5 gifts, 19%. 6 to 10 gifts, 24%. 11, 15, 14, 16 to 20 gifts. Damn, that's a lot. 18. More than 20 gifts, 11%. This is the amount of people that give gifts. Popular categories, clothing, electronics. Yeah, now, it's all kind of crap to buy. The electronics will really set you back, though. If you're buying people a bunch of electronics for Christmas, it's going to set you back. For sure. Now, 60% of people do their Christmas shopping before December. You shouldn't wait till December to do your Christmas shopping. That's kind of late. That is extremely late. You want to get it done way before then. And, you want to put a budget on how much you're going to spend. Because, look, it's so easy. You love people. You care about them. It's easy just to spend. It's the holidays. I want Cheryl to feel amazing. She needs this. Cheryl don't give a damn about that crap. She don't. You buy this. And then here's another thing people do. People buy things for people, and you're expecting a certain reaction out of them, and you don't get it. Now you're upset. Well, damn. I thought you were going to be over. I thought you were going to, you didn't react how I wanted you to react. Well, it don't work like that. You can't determine how people are going to react. You go over the top. You're like, man, they're going to love this. You spend all this money on it, and it don't move them like that. They don't move them. You got to find out what people want and to buy them the appropriate thing. And sometimes people don't want much. Sometimes people want a lot. So it just depends. But this is for everybody. Look here. Don't feel no guilt for not getting people things for Christmas. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. All right? You ain't got it. Now, you can always get people a car. You can get people something simple. You don't have to go out your way and go buy them all this extra stuff. If you don't have it, you don't have it. It's okay. It's fine. No problem. I don't have it. No problem. Nobody's going to judge you. And if they do, they don't love you. If you don't love you, and you tell them Malcolm said, you're an asshole. You tell them I said that. It didn't come from me. You tell them I said that. You're an asshole. If somebody wants to make you feel bad, now there are some exceptions. Now, don't be that selfish person that people always get you stuff and you're not returning the favor. Don't do that. You got, certain people you got to look out for because, some people always look out for you. However, be reasonable with yourself. Be reasonable. Don't go out there and put yourself in a situation that you can't afford later. It just doesn't make sense. It's not good for you. It's not good for them. And you don't want to build up resentment. Man, I got to go buy such and such something because they bought you something. You can get creative and thoughtful with your gifts too. We'll get on here. I'll do a show in a couple months on creative and thoughtful gifts that don't break the bank. Because you can find some stuff out there that doesn't break the bank. And no better gift than the person's presence. No better gifts than a person's presence. That's the best gift you can have at Christmas is a person's presence. Or whatever the case. A call, video chats, whatever the case. Somebody invite something. Oh, well. The best Christmas gifts are given to by who? You, yourself. You buy the best stuff for yourself. You know how it goes. The good stuff, I buy it for me. So that's why you should really get enjoyment of giving people other gifts. However, just because it's an expensive gift don't mean it's going to be a gift that's liked or loved by whoever you give it to. And just because it's a gift that you like don't mean they're going to like it. So no need to just go out there and spend all your money. Find out what a person really wants, what they like. Or get them what they need. A lot of times get people what they need. Because there are some things, everybody knows there's some things that you just won't buy for yourself. Like, I need this, but I'm not going to buy this for me. Somebody else buy it, I'll take it, but I'm just not going to buy it. A lot of people have those type of things that they want to do and, shop for. Whatever, all that. But yeah, overall, ladies and gentlemen, this is Cheap Not Broke. You know what we talk about. Live life at your price, and you got to set that price, and you can't go over it. If you can't, you can't. You can't do it, you can't do it. You just can't. Now, like I said, I do believe you can always write someone a thoughtful card. Just to say you can't do nothing, that's bullshit. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. You can always find somebody and write a nice, handwritten, thoughtful card. Because they'll keep that card longer than the gift, more than likely. And years later, they'll pick up that card and they'll feel really good knowing that this is how you felt about them. So if that's the case, if you don't have anything, if you can't, money's tight, whatever the case, you can always afford a card and write a nice, thoughtful message. I do it. I write everybody who get a card from me. I write them a nice message. And I can tell they don't really be appreciating me because they get it. They be deep. Hold on, man. I'm trying to write you a nice message. Yeah, it's a page. It's a page because I write lifelong messages. I write an essay in a card. I write a whole essay. But that's how I like to express myself. I like to write you a nice card. Dear, such and such. Merry Christmas. Christmas is a special time, blah, 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 blah. And some of the best gifts are a person's presence. And in your case, it's this card because you ain't getting nothing else. Hey, do what you gotta do, but just don't acknowledge a person. Just don't not do anything. Get them a card. Get them something. Get them something. You don't have to break the bank. But there you go. All right, bam. Oh, and last but not least, if you're gonna holiday travel, you better get your plane tickets now because they are trying to fuck with us. They're trying to fuck with us this year, and the prices are gonna go up. You got all this AI garbage out here. So if you're gonna go travel doing your holiday traveling, get your stuff early, please, and thank you, because I don't want you out here overpaying than what you need to. You heard me? All right, bam. All right, we're gonna go take a break, and we'll be right back. Damn, we 45 minutes in. All right, that's nice. We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back. All right. Oh, shit. That's not it. What is this? There we go. We're back. We are back. And we're talking holiday spending. Talking this in September because I don't want you to go out there and get caught up in your feelings. Feel like you need to spend all your money on frivolous things just to try to make people feel a certain way. Because let me tell you something. People be forgetting about them gifts. They move on. They can do all that stuff. Don't spend all your money on that. Don't make no sense. All right, guys. So I got my moves on my phone. I didn't get to pull it all up on there. Oh, well. We're still going to talk it, though. Let's get to it. All right, interesting news. Trump, your President Trump, signs TikTok deal that gives American investors majority control over TikTok. President Trump signed an executive order approving the transfer over wildly popular TikTok to video platforms U.S. operations to a consumer of American investors, noting that he did so after a very good talk with President P. I don't know how to pronounce the Chinese president's name. Trump, who also plans to meet with P in South Korea on the sidelines next month for the APAC summit, told reporters the overall office we have great American investors, blah, blah, blah. Listen, they be doing all this stuff. These people meet behind closed doors. They all buddies. Everybody cool, okay? Everybody cool. These people got a lot of money. They don't just, this is what they put on the news, want you to think. They going back and forth. But as soon as they get off, hey, man, great job today. Great job. I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to raise my voice at you. Oh, no worries, no problem, no problem. People talk, man. They talk. Come on now. They talk. All right. So TikTok. I'm told you're gonna have to download a new app. We'll see about that. I know you're not gonna have to start from zero and start from scratch. That's not gonna happen. They're not gonna do that. That would be trash. That would be 100% trash. Okay. Let's see. Amazon cuts $2.5 billion settlement with FTC over Prime subscriptions, with $1.5 to be doled out to customers. Now, you already know they're going to split that up and you ain't going to get nothing but $17. Amazon agreed to pay $2.5 billion settlement. The Federal Trade Commission charges that ignorantly trapped customers into paying for Prime subscriptions. Asia announced the e-commerce giant will pay $1 billion civil penalty, alleging that another $1.5 billion in refunds to customers who were harmed by well, shit, I got Amazon. Do I get some money? We will also cease unlawful enrollment and cancellation practices of Prime. About 35 million consumers were affected. Okay, well, how much money they gonna get? That's what I want to know. If this is a class action suit, how much money? It don't say. Amazon executives have always followed the law and settling. No, y'all didn't. Y'all be lying. Y'all be scheming people. You get too big, you start scheming. That's what happened. They were scheming people and got their ass caught. Now, wait a minute. $1 billion, 36 million. I don't know how much that's gonna be. But I need to find out. Where do we find out? Y'all put this out there that you're suing and people gonna get money. Who? I want to know, can I get some of that money? We got Amazon. Shit, I can use a check. I'll take $120, $125. I'll take it. It'll be used real nice. Send that over to me, please. I need that money. Yeah. Okay, and there was we got that. What else we got here? Let's see. That was yesterday. That was yesterday's news. Man, news. I'm telling you, news really be trash. It's just all the same stuff. Trump this, Trump that, this. Somebody going to jail. A pair of owners of Radio Shack and Pier 1. Is Radio Shack still open? I hadn't seen Radio Shack in a long time. Owners of Radio Shack and Pier 1 Imports accused by SEC of operating a $112 million Ponzi scheme. A pair of flashy e-commerce entrepreneurs who bankrupt retail giants, including Pier 1, Radio Shack, and Models Good and Sporting Goods, have been accused of running a $112 million Ponzi scheme, according to the new lawsuit. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission accused Alex Murr and Ty Lopez, founders of Miami-based retail e-commerce ventures, of duping investors out of nearly $112 million, according to the federal lawsuit in court. What's this got to do with Radio Shack? They got nothing to do with Radio Shack. Whatever. What happened to Radio Shack? They don't have Radio Shack no more. You would think they're still needed. All these electronics we got now still need Radio Shack. I miss Radio Shack. I used to go to Radio Shack, go ask questions about certain things. Oh, man. But with the stuff online and Amazon, yeah, Radio Shack wasn't going to be able to sell nothing. Not at these prices. I'm going to come on in here. Y'all got to price match Amazon or I'm out. Just that simple. So, you know, it is what it is. But I don't know. Is Radio Shack still open? Are they still open? Let me look and find out real quick. Radio Shack open? I need to know. Let me see. Radio Shack still in business. Radio Shack still in business? I thought they failed. Yeah, Radio Shack's new, but very different from old self. Here's a breakdown. Understand. Brand name, IP, owned. Radio Shack has relaunched in its presence, especially online, and plans to expand product offerings as it showed new products under the rival brand. There will still be some brick and mortar stores, though very few and very independent authorized dealers rather than corporate controlled outlets. Back at its peak, Radio Shack had thousands of stores in the U.S. That scale is long gone. They have been on multiple bankruptcies, 2015, 2017, closing many store locations. Well, I can see that because, you know, you can get that stuff on Amazon and go to these other sites and get it cheaper. Now, Radio Shack would be good, like, if you need something fixed or need something explained to you, you know, that would be good. But to buy it from there, nah, you can go buy it somewhere else at the same price, if not better. So they couldn't compete. And when you can't compete, what happens? You end up going to sleep. That's what happened to them. They put Radio Shack to sleep. Their asses on the ropes, and they're down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, we had a good show tonight, man. It's been an hour, 53 minutes. That's great. And, you know, like I said, holidays. October coming up. Halloween the 31st. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a party. Halloween's on the 31st. You ain't got to work the next day. Ooh, it's going to be a good time. So make sure you get out there and enjoy yourself for Halloween. Thanksgiving, same old. Dinner. You know what? I get tired of Thanksgiving food. We want new stuff. You know, I started cooking a duck for Thanksgiving. So you come over my place. If you around me on Thanksgiving, we having duck. Let's do. We have duck on Thanksgiving. Okay, we fancy. We like that shit. All right, that turkey dry. We don't like no turkey. We like the duck. The duck is great. We like the buck. Best Buy is still relevant. Yes. Best Buy is still relevant. I still going to Best Buy. Yep, Radio Shack could have probably kept on like Best Buy. Maybe they weren't big enough, or who knows? Who knows? But yes, Best Buy could have held on. So could Radio Shack. Very, very important. That's very, very important. That's very good to know. And what else? Do you got any comedy shows coming up? No, I got a show next Saturday on the 4th. So if you want to come out, I'll bring the fly out. Come out, check me out in Los Angeles, do some stand-up comedy. It's always a good time. And you can always go check out my sketches online. Malcolm Hall Comedy, TikTok, Instagram, all that. You can go check out my funny sketches and all that stuff. Commentary And, you can always come back and watch the Cheap Not Broke channel. I got a lot of travel videos up there. Got a lot of good stuff for you. A lot of good things. Okay? Bam. So, this is what we got. Thursday. Holidays. Save your money. Don't let them people deplete your funds. Hell no. You tell people, no, I can't do it. Or I can't do it right now. Or I don't want to do it. You can do it. I just don't want to. Let them know. Let them know. And also, if you're going to, if you're going to go be out on the holidays, if you are going to do some stuff, get your stuff early, okay? Don't wait till the last minute. You're going to pay way more and get a lot less. Go do it last minute. If you want to get your Halloween costume, get it the first, second week in October. Don't wait. Don't wait, because you're gonna get the scraps. And the scraps ain't good. Them shelves go bare. They go bare. The Spirit Halloween store, they go bare. So make sure you get all your stuff in there and all that. All right, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Phyllis Hall, Mom. Thank you, Josh Brown. Thank you, Shauna5387 for y'all comments and commentary. Always much appreciated. Thank you all to everyone who's watching. You are all appreciated, because without no you, there is no me. Well, no, without, you know what I'm saying. I need y'all. I need y'all, and I appreciate y'all. So thank you all for tuning in to the channel. We are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Cheap Not Broke Live, where we talk about living life our price. And y'all are the Cheap Not Broke family. Cheap Not Broke fam. That's what y'all are. I come over here, try to spread some love. I am a comedian and an accountant. I did go to college. I do work in the profession of accounting, so I know my shit. But more importantly, most of all, I just want to help everybody live the life that they want to live at the price you want to pay. Until then, until Monday, stay up, take care. I will see you all Monday night. Take care.